Alright, so...
we ready to go?
I suppose so.
Alright. Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Beast Wars podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
Watashi wa namae wa David.
Oh.
So,
Well,
you know, this is the Beast Wars podcast, but there's no more Beast Wars to cover. There was one season of the show, Optimus Primal's dead. I don't think they made any more episodes.
It's over. I mean, it said the end at the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's a question mark, but, that's what it said at the end of that Street Fighter movie, too, and I'm still waiting on that sequel.
Yeah, but at least we're in luck. Japan provides Beast Wars.
Yeah, I'm digging around a big bag of Beast Wars ephemera here. Got the mutating card game, got a couple of Microverse playsets, and I've got the first episode of Beast Wars 2.
I played the mutating card game.
How was it?
Yeah.
It was okay.
I used to play that too.
I never actually played the card game. I just looked at it.
I played it.
I opened it up.
I played it a couple times with some friends at the time. Sorry.
How was it? I'm actually curious.
I will say it was better than the G1 board game, which I also played with the same group of friends, and which just relies entirely upon random events occurring and has nothing to do with your own decision making.
Oh, so it's much like a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, I think that may have been the inspiration there. But from what I recall, it was an enjoyable enough game that we played it more than once. I can give it that much.
So it's
Now,
better
did you ever play
than
that Beast Wars video game?
Oh, which
Which
one?
one? There were three.
There's three.
The first one,
The
what was that
PlayStation
for?
PC release.
PlayStation one, yeah. Where they fought some weird aliens or something?
Wasn't there a PC release of that one?
I
There
think
was, but I never got it working.
I think I played through the PC one a little bit, but not very much. I remember something about, like, being Inferno, I think. By which I mean
it's possible
an
that nobody actually finished that game. There isn't even a lot of information on the wiki about it.
You know what?
It's unlikely that anybody beat it.
I think I know where my copy of it is.
Future episode.
Wait, wasn't there a Game Boy game too?
There was a Beast Wars 2 Game Boy, and then there was a Transmetal-based fighting game.
Oh right, that's
It got a PS1 release, and then it got a Blockbuster exclusive N64 release.
Yes.
For our younger listeners, Blockbuster is a place where people used to go, and they would borrow like movies and video games on physical media. They would pay money for this, and then they would bring them back. And if they didn't bring them back on time, they had to pay more money.
It was basically like if Redbox was a whole store.
Yes, like a
Yeah.
with employees and shelves and everything.
and they were everywhere. They were
Yes.
like Starbucks.
Yeah, as obsequious as Starbucks is now, Blockbusters were then.
Yeah, I lived in a place in the absolute middle of nowhere at one point, around actually as Beast Wars was running in the late 90s, and yeah, we had a Blockbuster, but we didn't have like a Target or a Starbucks. I don't think there was a Starbucks. We had a McDonald's. That was about it.
Oh.
But
We
now
didn't have a Wendy's. But we had a Blockbuster.
They've now disappeared from this land and live now only in our memories.
Abandoned.
I think that about 1/3 of the nation's Halloween stores are former Blockbusters.
Oh yeah.
Another third of them are former Borders, and then the last third of them are former Circuit Cities.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, we all watched the first episode of Beast Wars 2, which was, we've talked about this in previous episodes, in which we foolishly promised to watch one of these.
So we did.
That was a mistake.
Why?
Japanese show, Cell Animated, features a couple of new Japanese exclusive toys and recolors or straight up re-releases of non-show toys. So
It is kind of neat in that it has some of the only real fictional uses of some late G2 and Machine Wars stuff.
Yeah.
yes. And it's kind of neat to see like the larger Beast Wars universe where there are other Maximals and Predacons running around.
Yeah.
No, there aren't. There's Cybertrons and Destrons.
Well,
Yes.
that's what they call them in the show, but all my notes is Maximals and Predacons.
We all know
and
that
also
that's...
I watched
Yeah, they use the Predacon logo.
I watched the sub because Daily Motion was not working for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I watched the dub.
Oh,
because
yeah, they're
it was a fan dub, and it was totally competent.
yeah, for a fan dub is actually pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean, all flaws that we will be discussing in this show are the fault of the source material, not
Yes.
not of the fan dub.
I watched the
And
first
Benny.
2-3 minutes of the fan dub, and it was entirely competent, entirely reasonable, and I could not sit through this episode a second time.
Yeah.
I will say, as a I'm looking for a word here. As an idea of the time period, I think I might have mentioned that in the late 90s in the DC suburbs, we had a couple stores that would basically just rent you VHS copies they made of various fan subs. And if there was a legal version of it, they would have bought the legal version of it to rent out, but if there wasn't, they would just get fan subs. And, you know, I saw a decent bit of Sailor Moon that way, and one time one of the shops actually had Beast Wars 2nd, and we watched a couple episodes of it, me and a friend of mine, and it was definitely a show. One of my other favorite things of that time was that there was in the Turn A Gundam series, the main character's name is Lauren, and the subtitlers kept flipping between Lauren and Roland just like multiple times in the same sentence. So that was pretty great.
Is the main character a lady? Or
No.
No, well,
okay.
this is totally off topic. The original concept for Turn A Gundam, the main character was going to be a lady, and later on in the series they dress him up, and he enjoys being in a dress as a woman.
It was
That's a big
basically they told them that they couldn't make the main character a girl, so they just made him as girly as possible.
So they did.
And yet they gave his Gundam a giant Wilford Brimley mustache.
Well, that's because it was designed by Sid Mead. I think it's
Yes.
the Blade
Sid-
Runner guy.
From Blade
Sid
Runner.
Mead, yeah.
I actually have a lovely art book somewhere of his
Sid
designs
Mead's
for
work
that
is
series.
amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, and that also gives you an idea of what sort of other anime were around at the time. That was a fairly new one. That was around the
We don't
time.
want to talk about this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
let's
don't.
get- let's
So,
get-
hey, you know what doesn't have amazing design? Beast Wars 2.
Yeah.
We can make arguments about that, but yes, it was the first episode.
We open in space.
I would like to note that it's a solid 20 seconds of establishing shots of space.
Yeah, it's
We are not spending a lot on...
well, no, but it actually.
Are we skipping the opening? The
Okay,
opening
we'll talk
for
about the
Super
opening.
Beast Transformers Beast Wars 2.
Yes.
I was amazed at how well I remembered that opening. I don't know what possessed me to have listened to it at any extended period at the time. I think it was just, and I will say it's sort of a brief fandom context. The novelty of Beast Wars 2nd was honestly like 90% of the fandom hype about it.
Yeah.
It was our first Japanese-produced Transformers show since Zone and Victory in Generation 1. And it was the return to Takara producing some of their own stuff for the line. And while it's debatable about the merits of the whole Hasbro versus Takara debate, it's absolutely without question that there is a segment of the fandom, and there has for a very long time been a segment of the fandom, and at that time there was a segment of the fandom who were just hardcore otaku, who were way more into whatever was going on in Japan than they were whatever was going on in America. So as we delve into this, I would like to note that there were people in the fandom more interested in this series than in American Beast Wars.
That is jaw-dropping.
I think you're being too kind to those people and giving too much merit to their opinions.
I guess, but good lord.
Well, I mean, that was still their opinions. Their opinions still existed.
And they were wrong.
Yes.
So this has the most anime opening theme song ever.
It's,
Yes, and
I wouldn't say the
I
most.
was disappointed because I got my wires crossed and I thought that this was going to be Banana Ice, the Japanese rapper. But no, he did the theme song to the Japanese dub of Beast Wars.
That sounds about right.
Yes.
Wait, so there was a Japanese rap opening to Beast Wars, and we get rap openings to things like One Piece. Well, when 4Kids was still doing it.
Yes.
So that's weird. Anyhow, it's an opening. It's longer than usual. It's more animated.
It's like 90 seconds long.
It's a
And
standard
you can
anime
spot the
opening.
point where they ran out of animation budget.
My favorite
60
moment.
seconds in.
My favorite moment in it is the sparkly Bishonen lion. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be Lio Convoy or Lio Jr. who shows up later because he's so bish that I cannot possibly imagine them trying to make an Optimus that bish. But just the bish lion is just so pretty, so sparkly at the
A
time.
Lio Convoy? I thought they were just reusing footage from Kimba the White Lion because they ran out of
Ow.
Yeah,
You're cutting into my
is
final
there,
notes.
Like, are white lions like a thing in Japan?
Because of Kimba the White Lion, yes.
Okay. But
Not in
it's
the same way that, say, rabbits on the moon are a thing in Japan, which we will also get into.
Yeah.
Not in
Yeah.
that sense.
Let's get back to the beginning of the episode.
Okay,
It's a
so
song
we're
that's
in
got
space.
lyrics.
We're looking at what looks like a prog rock cover.
You're jumping ahead. The episode's called New Forces Arrive, well, Shin Gundam Tojo, written by Takegami Junji, directed by Kyoto Susumu, supposedly, although the head director of the whole series is somebody else, but carry on.
Okay, so yeah, we're in space. We're
Normally you
looking
name the writers and stuff, and I wanted to do that for this episode.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So yeah, we're out in space. We're looking at what appears to be a prog rock cover.
Yeah.
It feels a lot like the 86 movie to me for some reason.
Yes, I was getting that that vibe too.
Well, no, it does. It kind of reminded me. Well, regular Beast Wars episodes usually have a long panning shot to begin it, so this has a long panning shot from Earth to asteroids. It's like that works.
I mean, this thing was definitely written by somebody who watched the first episode of Beast Wars.
Yeah.
At least the first episode.
But they're not usually 20 solid seconds long.
Well, no.
It was long
Because-
enough that I had to take a moment to determine how long it specifically was because it was too long.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that music, we get like actual prog rock transitioning into jazz music.
Yes.
Yeah, the background music on this show is not good.
I like some of them, but yeah, you're right. It transitions from one genre to another too quickly.
It was pointed out to me by my roommate that having smooth jazz in the background of space battles is a Japanese tradition that dates back to the original Mobile Suit Gundam.
Ah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this doesn't do it nearly as well as Cowboy Bebop did.
Yeah, it's either smooth jazz or classical music for space. That works best.
Alright, so yeah, Maximal Commander Convoy and his Deputy Commander Apache are going through an asteroid field, having received an SOS.
I kind of want to talk about how there is a character named Apache, but I also feel that we should just forget that happened.
Maybe his alternate mode is a helicopter.
Maybe. Maybe.
No, it's clearly demonstrated that his alternate mode is dull surprise.
Maybe his alternate mode is cultural insensitivity.
Oh, Apache Chief, damn it.
We may get to this, but yeah, he's.
I wish he did.
I do appreciate that we have, fully visible models for the pre-beast modes of these characters.
Well,
That's impressive, yeah.
it's also a lot easier to do when you're doing cell animation.
Oh, yes.
You don't have to build an entire another model. You just draw a slightly different dude. Yeah, somebody designed a different version. It doesn't take as long.
On the other hand, I feel like they still spent more of their budget on doing that than they should have.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
They cut a lot of corners in the animation.
Yeah. I was really impressed by the opening sequence, and then by the end of the opening sequence, I was no longer impressed, because that's when they started using the clips from the show.
Yeah. So Convoy's saying, look out, it might be a trap, but then Apache is not, or is it Apache?
Well, they pronounce it, of course, with, as a word that is foreign to them. Of course, they pronounce it with their own particular accent. But
it's written Apache. It's Apache.
Spelled Apache. Also, no, that's a spoiler. I'm not gonna get mad about that yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, the planetoid they got, the SOS from is moving, and the planetoid explodes, and
the planetoid has engines because it's it's a Destron, Predacon ship, but it's just this big ugly rocky thing with rockets.
Yeah, as Admiral Akbar would say, it's a trap.
Yeah. And as Lio Convoy said.
Yes. And unfortunately Convoy gets hurtled off into the depths of space.
I guess.
Hey, so,
is he the Supreme Commander of all the Cybertrons / Maximals, or is he just
sounds like it?
Is this the earliest in a new Transformers series that the Optimus / Convoy character has apparently been killed?
I thought that is the earliest, yes.
Yeah. No, they don't seem to imply he's killed, he's just gone.
They seem to be working under the assumption that he is not coming back.
Well, yeah, not anytime soon. But who knows?
No, he is lost in space.
It's the earliest Optimus has been MIA, assumed KIA, but not the earliest that Optimus has been clearly dead.
Yes, that would be animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, animated was... We'll get to that.
Someday.
We're just getting it out of the way right away.
Yeah.
Anyway, meanwhile, an asteroid hurtles toward the planet Gaia, which is...
Totally not Earth.
Apparently it is totally not Earth.
Yeah. Well,
it's the planet Gaia, and it only happens to have Tasmanian devils.
Yeah, because in Japan, I guess they didn't figure out that it was really obvious that it's Earth in Beast Wars, so they just made up another planet for their own show, but...
Maybe they started writing it before they saw the end of the American series.
Yeah,
apparently it is supposed to be future Earth, but there's some, Tekara timeline that has this as a future Cybertron after Beast Machines?
What? Oh.
Yeah.
What?
There are some crazy timelines that the Japanese have tried to come up with. Let's ignore them, because they make no sense like that. This is not Cybertron. It's just another planet called Gaia.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's future Earth. It's got Earth animals on it. And there's an asteroid heading towards it. But in what is actually kind of a cool moment, the rocky shell of this asteroid begins to crumble away, revealing the Predacon symbol.
Yeah, at this point I was like, shut up, narrator. I can see that it's a Predacon ship. You don't have to explain the impending doom. Although
we see the entirety of the ship, and it looks ridiculous.
It's awesome. Oh, yeah. It's great. It has spikes and drills everywhere. It's a giant face on the front of it. I love the warship design. It's stupid.
It's seriously cool.
It may be it looks like a Super Mario enemy.
It kind of reminds me of the ships from Voltron the bad guys had.
Yeah, I can see that.
Crossed a little bit with Gurren Lagann things, since it has a face on the front of it. A big angry face.
Yes.
It's gotta have a face.
And
warships are better with
hilariously
faces.
Named Galvaberg 2.
Which is never mentioned in this episode, anyway.
No.
Also never makes sense.
I don't know, it's a good name for an ugly ship.
An ugly name for an ugly ship.
Yes.
And that is commanded by Galvatron, the Emperor of Destruction.
Which is a subtitle that Japan usually gives to whoever's in charge, anyway.
Yes.
And
Right,
his
so this
brother
guy
is Megatron, the Duke of Destruction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Megatron is the Duke of Megatron, who is clearly not only some completely different character, but also specifically like a stupid comic relief side character who gets beat a lot.
It's
that's
Galvatron
Mega Storm, not Megatron.
Mega Storm, but
Ah.
it's basically just Galvatron and Mega Echo, because Mega Storm just echoes whatever Galvatron's saying.
Yeah.
They call him Megatron during the episode, though. Like,
Yeah. Well, the subs and does the fan dub do that too? But he's made from, what is it? Generation 2?
Generation 2 Megatron.
he's G2 Megatron. The toy is called Megastorm, but in the show they're calling him Megatron, and it confused the hell out of me.
Yeah. Well, he's got Megatron's head, so you know.
But when you press down on his head, does he say Megastorm attack?
No, when you press down on his head, apparently he apologizes.
Oh wait, the pushing down the head is something the toy does?
Yeah.
Oh, that would explain why.
I thought they stripped the electronics on that version.
No, according to the wiki, that is correct. That is a bummer because his electronics are super fun.
Yes, they are.
That would explain why he kept getting hit
off
on
on
the
the
head.
I mean, you can't press the head down too much, but you press it down a little, and there's a button under it, and it says Megatron attack. And also, when you load missiles into it, it has like lock and load sound effects. It's super neat.
I'm like tempted to go get mine and play it over the mic.
So that we can all listen to the voice of Doom.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, there's Galvatron, there's Megastorm. I don't know if any of the other villains get named in this. They're just kind of hanging around.
They don't in the first episode, no. And they all get like maybe one line at the end.
Yeah, I mean, we don't get a lot of exposure for the villains in the first episode of Beast Wars, but they all get names, and we get to see them all transform in the first episode.
Yeah.
These guys are just kind of hanging around.
Yep. Hey guys.
Nice.
There, I think it sounds a little better from that side. So good.
Listen to the voice of Doom.
I love this toy so much.
And then there's a light erupting from the ground that makes Galvatron's chest crystal really excited.
Yeah, this show does not explain a lot of stuff.
Which is
also
weird.
Galvatron. So the Beast Wars Megatron toy, the first one, had just a big grimace on his face.
Yes.
Which was pretty cool, but, the people doing the show had the sense to realize that this was not actually his permanent face expression.
Yeah,
this was just a representative expression on the toy. So in Beast Wars 2nd, their Galvatron toy also had this ridiculous grimace on his face, except they drew him like that in the cartoon all the time.
He's always talking through clenched teeth, and it's really weird.
This permanent grimace. It's so ridiculous.
Love that Joker.
Beast Wars 2 Galvatron is Lincoln Chafee.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeez, guys, it was my first day in the Senate. I just got to the planet Gaia, and I didn't know the rules yet.
I think the warship might be diesel powered. It puts out a lot of smoke.
Yep.
I think that's supposed to be like they're like disguising it in a cloud. Although, who are they disguising it from? Because it just seems to be a bunch of animals on this planet.
Yeah, because there's nobody else there. It's weird.
It's a real animal planet.
Oh.
Anyway, speaking of stuff this show doesn't explain, there's some sort of space girl, and she's got a robot bunny.
This one actually
and
makes.
She lives on the moon. What the hell is going on?
Before we get to that, I would like to
Japan.
note
Go ahead.
that Galvatron announces that they need to get this energy to fuel their invasion of space.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That might just be a weird translation thing, because Japan seems to have this problem sometimes, like differences between planets and stars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not sure what the hell it is, but they must have the same word that sometimes means this star is a planet, this planet's a star. It's really confusing when it comes up, at least in older stuff.
Well, this isn't a planet or a star.
I know, but
This isn't a planet or a star. It's space.
they have problems
Anyway,
with...
there's a line in Armada where the Minicons are talking about Unicron, and one of the lines is, Unicron is frightening. Unicron will destroy space.
Yes! Oh god, I remember that because that was so creepy. That was the creepiest thing ever. Because they're saying it in this weird voice. Unicron is frightening. Unicron will destroy space. It's like, okay.
Oh,
Can you go back in your M panel now? You're less creepy there.
but yeah, this show doesn't explain things.
There's also the excessively literal Gundam Wing translation from around the same time period where they just consistently refer to the outer space.
Yeah, well, that's kind of symbolic in there. It works from these overly pretentious young boys who are fighting in giant robots.
So they're going to invade space. They're going to have their invasion of space. So then we have Moon.
Yeah, they're just, what is, okay, so explain the Japan moon rabbit thing.
It comes from, I think it might actually come from Chinese mythology originally, but
You know how we have a man in the moon?
Yeah.
Japan has a rabbit in the moon.
Who may also be a young girl.
Well, there's a rabbit in the moon, and there's also a thing about pounding rice on the moon with a hammer.
Okay.
So culturally, this part actually makes sense in Japan anyway. They don't have to explain that, but there's so much the show doesn't explain.
And yes, this is the same sort of folklore background that comes into play a lot in Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
So if this seems vaguely Sailor Moon-esque, that would be why. It's because
Which is why
it's from the same cultural source.
Sailor Moon has long bunny hair.
Yes. And is actually named Usagi, and
Which is the
means
Japanese word for rabbit.
Yep. So there was a translation of the manga that I saw ages ago that actually just translated her name as Bunny instead of Serena. And I think that works about well
It's
enough.
more fitting for her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's more accurate.
we cut inside the Hollow Moon to see a rabbit named Moon and a robot girl.
Named Artemis.
And they're talking about Algol Moa energy, which comes from Nostradamus. Yeah, it's one of his prophecies. Wait, let me find. In the year 1999, 7 moons. This is translated from Old French anyway. From the sky will come the great leader of frightening power to resurrect the great king Angol Moa before and after war reigns for a good cause? Question mark. So it's a Nostradamus prophecy thing that never frickin' happened in 1999 that has become a recurring thing. There's Karara Gunso also has a character named Angol Moa, who's a cute girl who's come to Earth to destroy it. And she's cousin of the main character who's a frog or something.
Sure.
I vaguely remember from the wiki that this is set in space year 1999.
Yeah, which is why they went with Angol Moa.
Is
So
that
that makes
the year
it
that
Space 1999?
Yeah.
Is Martin Landau going to show up?
So what's the deal with Artemis?
I have no idea.
Why does that name keep popping up in moon-related things from Japan?
Well,
Artemis
I don't
is
know
the
about-
Greek goddess of the moon.
Yeah, the moon, birds,
Oh, okay, there we go.
hunt.
Apollo is the sun, Artemis is the moon.
Okay.
Alright, that works.
yes,
So-
also the name of the boy cat from Sailor Moon, because apparently it just seems to be used as a male name occasionally.
Like, isn't one of the guys from Wild Wild West named Artemis? Speaking of disasters that happened in 1999? Maybe that's what Nostradamus was predicting. Is there anything in his predictions about a robot spider?
Oh, we do like robot spiders.
What about General Grant?
Or a bunch of highly inappropriate racial jokes as made by a legless... Who is in that? Is that Jeffrey Rush playing the villain in that?
That
I don't even remember.
That's...
Anyway, the
That's
rabbit.
somebody who should have known better.
Yes, the rabbit and Artemis are talking about, the Destrons are here to take the Angol Moa energy, but they can't do anything evil or it'll show up on our radar. Well, no, they did evil. They have an evil sensing radar. What?
Hey,
Yeah,
there is precedence in Transformers canon for that. There's definitely an episode of Generation 1 where Optimus Prime says it's Teletran 1, detecting an evil presence within The Ark.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Back in the day, I could have probably pinpointed exactly what episode that was from, but it does sound
I think it's
familiar.
Attack of the Autobots, because I just watched that one.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then the
I
rabbit.
did the Googles.
Hmm?
I did the Googles.
Yeah.
Artemis Klein in Wild Wild West is played by Kenneth I Do All the Shakespeare's Branagh.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
Ooh.
So he really should have done better. But
That is
Shakespeare,
embarrassing.
You know, he's going to take a job. Whatever. He's having fun, apparently. But anyway, the rabbit.
That's the only character that's actually aware that there are racial politics involved in that movie that need to be commented on.
Just kind of amazing. The rabbit says something stupid, which is probably a pun. So Artemis hits her on the head with a hammer.
Yeah.
Wait, they're both. Well, their voice actors are both women, so I assume they're both female characters.
Or they might be
Rick
kids.
uses
that's
male
kinda-
pronouns for Moon.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I recall that Moon is supposed to be a boy. I think. Maybe.
Anyway, so the Maximals are on their
Wiki
way.
uses
'cause-
male pronouns, unfortunately.
anyway, Maximals. They're at their base. Well, the remaining ones, since Leo Convoy's wandered off.
And so now, like 10 minutes into the show, it's time to meet the good guys.
And they start
got-
playing fart music.
Yeah, because this is the comedic relief
Yeah.
of the episode.
These
got
guys are such a bunch of losers.
Yeah.
We've got the two playing chess, and then the one who's
Space
getting
chess.
drunk.
I would like to note, I said earlier I was going to wait because it was spoilers. The one who's getting drunk is Apache.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's
Deeply unfortunate.
I mean,
that's kind of racist.
Yeah.
That's racist.
it's Japan's good at doing racism when it doesn't even realize it's doing it.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've had Transformers getting drunk. Like, in all of Transformers so far, or did that happen in the
No, it happened also in Generation 1 in the episode Microbots.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
that, and there
Megatron-
was also some of it in the UK G1 comics.
Oh, right, because they had Macadams, the bar.
Alright.
Cadams, not Mac Adams. I always thought it was McAdams.
Anyway, the point is there is definitely an episode of Generation 1 where Frank Welker plays drunk Megatron, and it is pretty funny.
It's pretty great.
Alright, so this isn't unprecedented, it's just an unfortunate choice.
And like
Yes.
Laserbeak flies into the ground, just sort of. It's great.
Yeah, but Apache manages to get more characterization even though it's bad than the rest of them. I mean, there's a muscle dude pumping iron, there's a bookworm, there's a guy playing chess, and the Cheetor playing...
Yep, there's definitely a Cheetor.
Yeah. And then Apache is Autobot Starscream, apparently.
How so?
Yeah, he is super drunk, but he insists that he is the leader.
He's drunk and lonely.
Lio Convoy is gone, therefore I am the leader.
Yeah.
Well, he is presumably. I assumed he was actually the second in command.
I'm not saying he's not, I'm just saying he's pulling Starscream's shtick.
Yeah, but he's also drunk and stuff. Oh, my boss is gone. I'm in command now. I'm gonna get drunk. What?
I mean, I
he
guess
also
he's drunk
pulls that once
because
he's
he
sober.
kind of got his boss killed, maybe?
Oh.
Yeah, I
It's
mean
like
that's
drowning his sorrows.
Although, while drunk, he also tells High Command, yeah, my boss isn't coming back anytime soon, therefore we're all screwed, give the job to someone else.
Yeah.
Which, what?
Also, was the person calling in from the high command, was that Artemis?
I don't think so.
Or was that, I know
Wait,
they had this thing with their Navi computers
Yeah.
being ridiculous.
it's
So
Navi.
maybe it was the Navi.
According to the wiki.
I know that at least in either this or Beast Wars Neo, we'd later see some high maximal command guys.
Are they
There's definitely a guy with a cape,
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
cowboy with a cape.
so maybe it's presumably one of their representatives.
That was probably the Navi.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, they're telling that, there's some sort of energy flare on Gaia, we gotta go do this. And, there is a bit of a problem because Apache is super drunk, but Bighorn, who is a
Big.
more or less
Muscle.
straight recolor of Bone Crusher, who is a bison.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun bison.
I mistook
Shoots
him
up
for
missiles.
Big Convoy in the opening sequence.
He's got
Anyway, so
big horns.
yeah, they are taken off in the Yukikaze, their spaceship, which kind of looks like the Axelon and also kind of looks like a vacuum.
Yeah, it's sort of a hammer-headed arc. Wait, it's called the Yukikaze?
Yes.
I think that's the name of the ship in Irresponsible Captain Tylor?
It apparently means snowy wind.
Yeah,
And it says the wiki has commonly used in anime for everything from jets to spaceships to snow cone makers.
I was gonna say,
Actually,
isn't
this
that
does kind
also
of look
the
like a
name
snow
of...
cone maker.
Isn't that also the name of one of the train bots? Or, from...
there
Yes,
is an
it is.
anime literally named Yukikaze. I think it's like naming it Excalibur.
Oh, no, it was Soyokaze and Tylor. Okay. Something else wind.
The robot train, which is a dub we
Yes.
could talk about another time.
Yeah, but
Maybe if we get the power pack.
they take off in their ship, and then Apache doesn't make it, so he's hanging from a string behind the ship and freezes solid.
Yeah, there's a lot more physical comedy on this than even Beast Wars gets later on.
It's
Yeah.
It's very cartoony.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
Beast Wars
It's
does
cartoony, but
have
it's not good physical comedy. It's
Right,
just
that's the
there.
like Beast Wars. It actually does have more comedy than I remember. It's just that the jokes hit there. I don't know if it's because it's in CG, but just the hanging behind and freezing it's so offhand and makes no sense. Is the problem. A lot of the comedy.
Beast Wars knows how to pace its comedic bits to make them actually seem comedic.
And when
This
they pull
throws
him
them out.
back, when they pull him back on the ship, and he
Yes.
falls out, he says something like, "Were you going to kill your senior officer?" And there's literally a wah wah
A really
sound.
loud wah-wah. It's so bad.
And that's like their commercial break cliffhanger.
Just about.
Womp womp.
It's
Anyway, they get to Gaia and then they get shot down. So they
Yeah.
have to
Oh, yeah.
evacuate in stasis pods.
Oh, it's a super long sequence too. It's like a minute long of them being
Yes.
shot down.
I
The
really
squid guy even calls out, "Oh no, this next one is going to be really big."
yes. It's like how did he know they were going to shoot a planet destroying gun at the whatever? And but the music's that I really like the music that's playing then though, which is like this great metal attack music from the bad guys.
Also, these sound effects are super 80s anime-y.
Yeah, which means they're super Star Wars-y.
Yes. Although reusing Star Wars sound effects is a fine and time-honored Transformers tradition.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, but this is also happening in like 1999 or 98.
98.
So it's not really they're using old anime sound effects.
Yeah, we're a year away from the Phantom Menace at this point.
This is when, like, other notable animes coming to the US at the time would be like Neon Genesis Evangelion or Cowboy Bebop or, a lot of the Sailor Moon stuff, like the late season stuff was starting to show up around here. So there's no excuse for this to be so garbage. And also I looked, I was thinking, well, maybe Toei did some of the, no, Toei didn't do any of the animation on this. Toei was probably too expensive for them.
Yeah, there's an excuse. They had no budget.
Yeah.
Well, no, the thing is wait, let me actually check the animation. I think the animation studio,
Ashy Production Reed.
yeah.
Originally Ashy Production. They also made that Ruby Spears Mega Man mask in the 80s and Sky Surfer Strike Force.
Yeah, that's the other stuff. But
Quality.
they used to be actually good in the 80s though. They did, the Go Shogun, I remember Dvorak. Oh, Dvorak is the thing that we got Whirl and Roadbuster from, I think.
Is that
Oh,
about
that's right.
keyboards?
No.
Sadly, no.
But they did
No.
Dan Cougar, Machine Robo, a second Machine Robo series, Borgman, or Sonic Soldier Borgman, which is okay. It's a weird comedy thing. They actually did some really good stuff in the 80s, up until, they did Macross 7 and Blue Seed. I love Blue Seed. And then
In
somewhere...
the show's defense, there's 10 minutes of really good animation in this.
Yeah, but
Unfortunately, it's stretched out across 23 minutes.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's points when, frames are just skipped. But mostly, like, when they actually get on the planet and, like, when they're in their animal forms, like, they'll just transition from looking left to looking right with no scenes in between, no cells in between. It's really distracting.
None of the art is bad. They just didn't have the budget to do in-betweens.
Yeah. Which is really amazing for, like, a first episode. First episodes is where usually the most of the money ends up. And if you're lucky, they save a lot of money for the last episode. But
like I said, you can see the point in the opening where they ran out of money.
Yeah, when they start
stock
transformations and scenes from later in the episode.
I appreciated rewatching Evangelion and watching as their animation budget was fiddled away.
Yeah,
Ava used that to thematic effect.
True.
To be honest, yeah, but Ava really isn't that good.
Ava is actually art. Don't you do that. Don't you say Ava isn't that good at me.
I will admit the one scene that's 1 minute long and one cell actually pays off by being the cheapest thing ever. But for most of the show, that's got a lot of dodgy animation. Everybody thinks it's perfect, but no, it's not. It's not as bad as this, though.
Ava is a series that is too significant to be defined in simple terms of good or bad.
Yes, whether it's good or bad, it was significant, even if I don't like the fandom around it.
So much like Transformers the movie, it's beyond good, beyond evil, and beyond your wildest imagination.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Speaking of our imagination.
David, you agree with the creators of Ava about the fandom around Ava.
I know. That's the thing.
That's kind of the point of the end of the series.
I hated Anno when that originally came out, and now I've grown to love him, mostly because of another show that was about another creator who was growing up in college with him. But that's a different story altogether. It has nothing to do with this. Anyway, kids on the planet.
This is so bad that we don't even want to talk about it.
We're talking about Evangelion, which I have never seen.
Oh my god.
Maybe watch the movies. They at least look pretty.
I don't think they aired it in Canada.
Well, they also haven't...
The early series is decent, too. I mean, it starts off as just kind of like a very good giant robot anime.
Back in my day, you had to buy 2 episodes at a time on $30 VHS tapes. And you had to decide up front whether you wanted sub or dub, because they only fit one of them on those VHS tapes.
Yes, and actually that would depend a lot upon the series. Quite often, the sub was more expensive.
Yeah.
So you'd spend like $5 more to get the sub because you wanted it in Japanese. Which I did for a few shows. Shorter shows, but...
I will just excuse myself by saying that it is a known quantity that I can just be a huge pretentious jerk about lots of things, so... And I love meta text, and I love stuff about creating stuff, so Evangelion is pretty much directly up my alley.
Yeah. Anywho...
Anyway, we follow the kid's Stasis pod landing, at which point he just kind of reenacts Cheetor's plot in the first episode of Beast Wars.
Yeah, because he is the Cheetor, and he's afraid of rusting to death.
Also, the kid's name is Kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
The whole character's name is Kid.
Well, Tasmanian Kid, but yeah, Kid.
Yeah.
So,
also, his Stasis pod has Beanie Babies in it for some reason.
Yes. Oh my God, how much shit does he have in his Stasis pod? There's teddy bears, there's toasters. There's a mountain that's like 3 times the size of the pod by the time he's done chucking stuff out of it.
Those
like a
aren't
TARDIS.
the teddy bears. Those are literally Beanie Babies.
But
I'm not exaggerating.
Listen, it was the 90s. Those things were valuable.
Yeah.
It's true.
The last thing he pulls out of the pod is a teeny tiny stuffed cheetah, and then he daydreams about becoming Cheetor.
Yeah, he desperately wishes he could be Cheetor.
Yes, he wishes he was as good as Cheetor.
And then he thinks that maybe he could be as good as Airazor and then you have to take a moment to remember that Airazor was a boy in Japan.
Yes.
Not a male, a boy.
Do I have to remember that? That seems a lot more good if you don't remember that.
Yeah. Anyway, he gets stuck turning into a cat-rat thing, which is supposed to be a Tasmanian devil, but looks somehow less like a Tasmanian devil than Warner Brothers Tasmanian Devil Tag.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment, yeah.
It's
I mean,
just,
to be
it's
fair,
got,
it
like,
does look about as much as a Tasmanian devil as his toy does.
It's
got like weird bat ears.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
this weird dog face, which is kind of like a Tasmanian devil, but not really. It's weird. Oh, and is this the first use of a Transformer using an internal scanner instead of an external one to scan in alt mode? Yay! History is made! Accident.
Yay!
Also, I call foul because his color scheme is different from the animal he scans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works.
He kind of keeps...
Then again, I don't think that the spider that Tarantula scanned was actually purple.
No. I think it's
So maybe they,
slight alteration.
get modifications.
Well, also, we don't know what color the T-Rex was that Megatron scanned. He just picked purple.
Yeah.
And
Color unavailable.
And then Kid has a Cheetor-ism. He says arigato amigo to the Tasmanian devil who he accidentally scanned the form of. First he's mad at the little thing, and then he's like, thanks, dude. Whatever.
And also this Tasmanian devil shows him to where this black fog coming from the Galvaberg 2 is killing nature, because this is Captain Planet, apparently?
I guess.
It's Fern Gully.
Yeah,
Well, they are on the planet Gaia.
that's true.
That's true.
They watched the planet too. That would explain why there are 5 of them.
Ooh.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, and that means that the missing convoy is their Captain Planet.
Yep.
And maybe we'll
Plus
only
means
see
that-
him, when their powers combine.
And
Sounds
that they're
about
going
right.
to take pollution down to 0.
Yes.
They have
So he goes into this dying forest, but he can't get across this lake or river or something, and we know this isn't the Beast Wars planet because there are no bridges.
no convenient stone bridges.
Wow. Yeah.
Or this is the Beast Wars planet, and it's in the future because after the events of the Beast Wars, all of those bridges have been destroyed in the course of the Beast Wars.
Our
Yes.
planet used to be covered with stone bridges everywhere.
Well, not all of them were stone. Some of them were log.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them were made of snow.
But all of them were convenient.
Yes.
Yes.
All of them
And
were
then conveniently
ridiculously
destroyed.
plot convenient.
Yep.
Which is something else we'll get to again later.
And then this giant frog pops out of the water.
We finally get a frog?
Yes, frog.
Yes.
We've been wanting a frog for so long.
Yep.
Oh, well, you won't want him for long, because to reveal that he's actually Diver, he pops his head out of his mouth on his frog tongue, and it's horrifying.
It's really...
Yeah, it was
You
pretty
get that
horrific.
back in the base so it wasn't as horrifying as it could have been.
Yeah, but it
Well,
wasn't
no, but it
coming
wasn't popping out of a
frog's
frog's mouth, which admittedly the toy can do,
It's just...
but it's still horrifying.
Yes.
Surprise, it's Diver. And then we enter into an Aesop's fable where he gets on the back of the frog. It's like, oh, what if I drowned you? And shit. It's like, whatever.
But I believe I missed the part of the fable where they're then attacked by a giant squid.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's an Ika Devil. Are you squidding me?
Oh,
Oh.
fine.
Hey, that-
Oh.
My pun actually isn't as bad as the pun that Kid ends up making where Scuba almost drowns him because of it.
Yeah.
Yes, he says the joke was so bad it made him nearly faint.
Yeah, it's a pun on squids and something. I didn't actually write it down. Japan loves puns. Japan is a language basically built to create puns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of wonderful and horrible, but
Music in Japan is weird because it's impossible to write sentences that don't rhyme.
yeah. But anyway, Scuba's staying fresh and doesn't drown the other two. Instead, they scoot off to the other side of the river.
And there we
Before
meet up
Scuba
with,
shows up, Diver and Tasmania Kid, they look like they're humping each other.
a little.
Cut that out.
Yeah, well, it's an animal on top of another animal, and then Scuba's on the bottom, so it's
Yeah.
a threesome. Anyway. More skip.
Just replace that entire conversation with Holy Diver by Dio.
Anyway, more animation frames are skipped, and then they make their way to closer to the smoking crater. Oh.
And then we also meet Apache, who has scanned a mandrill because he's Baboom,
Yes.
Yeah.
and Bighorn, who is a bison because he's Bone Crusher.
And
Yes.
Kid just walks right into his ass.
Yes.
At least they got that part right from Beast Wars. Ass comic.
Yeah, they track down this black fog to its source in a crevasse, but then it collapses and they tumble in, and they're on top of the Galvaberg 2.
At which point, someone, now I forget who, I think it might have been Apache, says it's convenient that they appeared.
Yes.
At least in the sub. Yep.
Yeah.
But then they get caught in like an energy web of some sort.
Well, no. First they do their stock transformations. Everyone transform, henshin! So we get like 30 seconds of everyone transforming.
No, we get about 10 seconds of everyone transforming, just spread out over 30 seconds.
Yeah. Then they get caught in an energy web, and then Galvatron starts talking and monologuing. And of course, Megastorm talks too much. Nissan gets smacked on the head again.
And then everybody just shoots at them, which does nothing. Because we're not getting damage animation in this.
Not really, no.
We do get to see one of the best toys of late G2 being animated. Just the smoke screen and Dreadwing.
Roger!
That is true. That toy is super cool.
So
That
good.
is an awesome set of toys.
Roger.
And, Dreadwing is punishing, his Gatling gun is Ilin.
Roger.
Except in this case, it's Starscream and BB.
Roger.
Yes. And all BB says is Roger.
Which
And
actually was really adorable. At least
I
I
assume
found
at
it.
some point he's going to also destroy an old lady's head with a basketball.
Roger. Oh no! Oh, that movie. No. Next topic. Anyway, lots of static frames. They're shooting lasers at each other.
Yeah.
And everyone starts complaining that, oh no, we can't survive unless Leo shows up to save us. And of course he shows up.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
suddenly Kimba comes running.
Yes,
A
Kid was a white-
mysterious
Yeah.
white lion.
You mean like the guys who did the 86 Transformers movie music?
Oh,
If
it's not
only.
really cool. Or Sandbush.
Oh no, Steve. Lion better. Big
Yeah,
lion.
he
Lion.
smashes up these energy projectors with his oddly robotic claws.
Yeah, he has claws that pop out under his claws, which is
Yeah.
weird.
He's got claws for claws. Who knows?
Dog, we heard you like claws, so we put claws on your claws.
My notes for this 5-minute segment are, in their entirety, everyone gets taken out like a chump by the Destrons, and then Lio Convoy murders everyone. Wait,
Yes.
lions don't have claws, do they? Google, oh, okay, they do have 5 claws like that. How did he cut that post with his tail?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. Lion, scorpion, same diff.
Yeah, and then BB's confused about what's happening. Roger? No. Starscream tells him to retreat. Roger!
No.
He's adorable. He's a big baby.
Yes.
I have always liked the idea of that toy as basically the brains and the brawn. So
Yeah,
I can't be too bothered.
it works.
And so the white lion leads the Maximals off the exploding Galvaberg.
Yeah, but Bighorn is stubborn, but he eventually does jump away in front of a base explosion. So that's
Yes.
another thing they got from Beast Wars. Got getting hit by asses and base explosions.
And then that is the episode. We get a little featurette at the end with, much like those from the files of Teletran 2 things at the end of Generation 1 Season 3 episodes, where Tasmania Kid tells us who his teammates are.
Yeah. Which is just to fill time because they didn't have much animation. Hey, let's show those transformations all over again.
Yep.
Let's waste
Diver is such a non-character.
Everybody's a non-character. Like, there's like maybe
But
4.
even at
Yeah,
least most of them have some characteristic thing.
Yeah, like
his-
Bighorn's.
They have one characteristic, whereas Diver
It is
is the
His
guy who's a
characteristic-
frog.
His
Diver's the smart
characteristic
one.
is
He was
that
the one who
sticks
beat
his neck out.
Kid at chess.
I guess there's that.
He's smarter than Kid. That's not saying much. Scuba's the bookworm. He's the smart dude.
Yeah,
Diver's
Scuba's
just
obviously the
not Kid.
honorable, wise one.
Yeah, Scuba is the
is-
mercurial, not Worf.
Yeah, Diver's maybe... Is he like the Rat Trap, maybe?
He doesn't have enough personality to be the Rat Trap.
No.
Scuba's more like the Rat Trap.
Yeah.
Although he's more like just sort of Data or something. Just boring. It's like, oh, there's... It's amazing how much personality we got in the first episode of Beast Wars compared to this episode.
Oh, yeah, I mean, by the end of that episode, we know basically what all the Maximals' deal is, and we don't know much about the Predacons, but we know more about them than we did in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of get Galvatron wants to take over all of space.
Yes, he wants his invasion of space.
That's it. Everybody else, except for his sidekick little brother...
Maybe he's just an MRA, and he just wants to invade personal space.
Kid gets personality. Kid, despite being the Cheetor, kind of likable, maybe?
He's fine. I mean, nobody on the show is really obnoxious. It's just kind of boring.
Yeah, well, Apache's close to annoying.
Apache is the worst.
Yeah.
Like, I like the Predacons more than I like Apache.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on with Artemis and Moon.
Yeah, they're comic relief, I guess, but there's comic relief all over the place. Oh, and they don't even know that the white lion that shows up is actually Leo, even though he has metal robot claws in his hands.
Yeah.
Even though he's obviously Leo Convoy.
Yeah, and
I'm sure we'll figure that out next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the episode just stops. It's like they didn't have anything after they just jump off the ship. We don't see if they land. Well, we do see one still image of them running away, but
yes,
much like they did with the entire rest of the episode.
Yeah, lots of still.
They just stretched out one episode across two.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that first episode of Beast Wars, that leaves you with a solid cliffhanger. You want to know what's going to happen next.
Yes.
Yeah, here... not
I mean,
much.
I want to know what happens next, but I don't want to have to watch another episode of this to find out.
No, I'm definitely going to read the summary on the Transformers Wiki.
Just read the wiki.
When it comes to whenever Takara tries to do their own Transformer cartoons, I mean, the G1 stuff was varying levels of alright, but just since then, it's something they give a little pittance of a budget to, and they're just like, yeah, somebody make something, and it's just half-assed.
Yeah, and
it's not great. Never great.
They don't care enough is the problem, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it. They just don't
somehow
really
it's
care.
like it's less than the normal 2-cell toys Japanese shows of the era.
Yeah. I mean, they put money into Gal Gaigar. I mean, that was...
Oh my god, and Gal Geiger didn't really even have that many toys until recently when we got big expensive ones that cost hundreds of dollars, but yeah, there is a lot of heart and soul and energy poured into Gal Geiger. Admittedly, that may be because they got better directors and writers, maybe, but...
Part of it is that I think Transformers skews very young in Japan.
Yeah, but so does Geiger.
I think that's a thing that doesn't necessarily have to be the case, though.
No, I mean, even a show like Rescue Bots is more engaging than Beast Wars 2.
Yeah.
And I also think that's just a matter of how they choose to market it. I mean, there's nothing inherently younger about it. It's just that that's who they choose to write their cartoons for, is this younger audience.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, this is like just aiming at the kids. It's not trying to do anything better, like your Gal Geigers or your G Gundams.
Yeah.
I feel like the problem we're running into is just Japan doesn't actually like sapient robots, despite the fact that they seem to have made the most of them so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally, yeah.
That was kind of the point of Master Force, the second Japanese exclusive G1 series, so it wasn't really that much about the sapient robots.
Yeah, I think, well, Gal Geiger's sapient robots, and a lot of the other Braves have sapient robots, but aside from that, and those are actually just basically Transformers more. It started from the same committee and people that were doing the other old Transformers.
Sort of a cousin series to Transformers.
Yeah, it's like, we still want to make transforming robot toys. Let's start our own thing.
I don't know what we're gonna do now. We're just gonna keep going with with Beast Wars 2, unless there were maybe a second season of Beast Wars.
Oh, hey, they just announced it.
Excellent. They just announced it in 1998.
Yay!
Fantastic.
Oh, we don't have to watch anime again yet.
Well,
But,
we don't have to watch anime until we finish season 2 of Beast Wars.
Yeah, or...
That said, I haven't had quite enough Japan-based masochism for one night. So
What?
now, there are always a bunch of weird tie-ins with Transformers. You get your Optimus Prime oral care stations and your
Well, no, it wouldn't be an Optimus Prime oral care station. It would be a Convoy oral care station.
Yeah, that was a thing that was in the U.S.
yes.
The Optimus Prime oral care station.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my
Which
god.
is amazing because he doesn't have a mouth.
That's true. What does he even know?
Wow.
I mean, and usually when we see him, with his faceplate knocked off, he's got like a gross skull face under there or something.
You never appreciate what you have until it's gone.
I do have a Beast Wars yo-yo that lights up and has like a clutch mechanism. It's a very nice yo-yo. And it's from Japan.
And perhaps the oddest product that came from Beast Wars 2 was Beast Wars 2 sausage.
Yep.
There is an ad for it on YouTube, which is hilarious, and has sausages coming out of a box like Wolverine's claws.
Why? Why?
I guess in Japan, his skeleton was infused with adamantium.
Oh.
No.
But anyway, thanks to a friend of mine who has moved to Japan, she recently sent me a set of very similar sausages, this time branded with the latest Kamen Rider.
Oh, so Kamen Rider Drive?
I think so. The guy's got like a car spoiler on his head.
Yeah, and he's got a tire on his chest.
Yes.
That's Drive.
Okay, then.
Which is...
Okay, so you're not eating the actual, like...
No, I'm not eating 2-decade-old fish sausage. Although this thing is fresh and it's scary enough.
I was a little concerned when we were discussing this pre-show that you were going to be eating decade-and-a-half-old sausage.
Yeah.
No, I think that would straight up kill me.
Yeah,
So
that's like...
I am unpeeling this thing. Okay.
It's a sausage.
This has a very curious odor.
What's the sound?
Not like fish.
Oh.
That seems worrisome.
Certainly the texture is, I would say, pencil eraser.
Oh. So bad hot dog?
Yeah, definitely bad uncooked hot dog.
Oh. Does not even a fishy taste?
I'm still working up the courage to do this. I'll post a picture of one of the unopened ones when we post the episode. It's about the little longer than my index finger. Distressingly, about the same color as my index finger. I don't think I want to know what parts of the fish this came from.
Depends on what fish.
All right.
I'm
Here I
pretty
go.
sure it came from the parts of the fish that you can't sell. As all sausage comes from.
Oh yeah, the sausage is even linked on the wiki.
All right, the taste is definitely fishy. Mildly fishy.
Mildly fishy, or?
Like, not like strong fish.
Oh.
Fishy as in, like, fish, or fishy as in, like, suspicious?
No, like actual fish.
fish.
I believe that this
okay.
is definitely fish.
Oh, it's probably like a hagfish or something.
Is it more or less
Hagfish?
fishy than, like, fish fingers?
I would say slightly more fishy than fish fingers.
Well, hagfish is what they use quite often to make, like, imitation eel.
Wait, seriously? Like the thing that produces buckets of mucus? That's what I'm eating?
Yeah, yes. When you have eel at most, like, sushi restaurants, like all-you-can-eat sushi stuff, it's going to be hagfish.
That's barely even a fish. That's like a prehistoric throwback. It doesn't even have bones.
Yeah, but it tastes okay.
I think
not
I've
as good as
bought
eel.
those
I eat it.
in Animal Crossing.
Did I also mention the buckets of mucus it produces?
Yeah, but we're eating the inside, not the outside.
The mucus comes from the inside. It starts inside and then it goes outside.
Then never have eel at a sushi place that's not in Japan.
Oh. Yeah, this is definitely edible.
Okay.
Good.
Will you consume the rest of the box?
Yes.
Combo it with a good cheese and some crackers.
Yeah, definitely make some crackers. I'm just eating this thing straight.
Yeah.
I can't quite place what this taste is.
That's a better recommendation than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's
I'm.
surprising.
I was halfway. I had a glass of water here, and I thought I might have to chug the whole thing.
It's
No, not terrible.
How bad can a sausage be unless it's like a blood sausage?
Well, I mean,
If it still has bones and blood in it, like some German sausages, I don't think it's going to be that bad.
honestly, I think a hagfish sausage would be pretty
Blood sausage is
bad.
good.
It's eel. Oh.
Eels are. I would be fine eating an eel. That's just a long fish. Hagfish is a weird prehistoric monster.
Yes, but to be perfectly honest, most fish actually have mucus on them. Not as much of the hagfish.
No, there's some. Lots of animals have mucus, but
I defy
I've seen
you
hagfish.
to point to
You
a
drop a
hagfish
hagfish into a bucket. That bucket is full of mucus. It's like a TARDIS full of mucus.
I defy you from 20 feet to tell me which one, if I put two of them in front of you, 50 feet away, is a hagfish or an eel.
I could tell the hagfish. The hagfish is the one that doesn't have a face because it existed before faces evolved.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, that's good. Oh wait, I never even talked about the voice actors for Beast Wars 2.
Okay.
At least go.
Is that where all their budget went? Were there really good voice actors?
There's some good ones, and then there's some guys like Apache is Okada Sanrio. He was pretty much nothing except like a technician in the background of the Ghost in the Shell movie. Like he didn't do anything else. Diver pretty much. Nakano Kenji didn't do anything else. But Leo Convoy, who we barely hear, is Goda Hozumi, who was the lead character in Armor Trooper Votoms. He's Leo Rio in Hunter x Hunter. Well, the 1999 version. There's a new version, but most of the actors are from the old one. Anyway, Joker in Read or Die. Cyborg 007 in the upcoming Cyborg 009 versus Devilman. So apparently he's who you get when you want to cast a British character.
Okay.
Buildhorn was Iwasaki Masami, who's Build Cyclone and Wrecker Hook in Car Robots. Dreadwing and Skyquake in the Transformers Prime dub.
Oh, yeah.
He's ZZ in an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, as in ZZ Top, because every JoJo is named after a musician or a song. He's another guy in Read or Die, too. Tasmanian Kid is Katazaki Ishizaku, who was Ryu in Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, 3, Street Fighter EX, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and Marvel vs. Capcom. And the brother of one of the main characters in Hunter x Hunter. Scuba is Kishi Yuji, who was Red Racer in Car Rangers and some other Sentai stuff. Kite and a couple other background characters in Hunter x Hunter, the 1999 version again. Ken Masters in Street Fighter ever since Street Fighter 3. And Devo and Vanilla Ice in a JoJo video game. Galvatron is also the narrator. Nomura Tetsuo, who's the father of the main character in Garei Zero. Kaiba's dad in Yu-Gi-Oh! A bunch of old people I never heard of in other shows. And voices Azaku and a GM Cannon in SD Gundam Sangokuden Brave Battle Warriors.
Oh.
Megastorm. Matsuyama Takashi, he's God Magnus in Car Robots. He's an actual actor in Jew on the Grudge and a few other things. He's Goto, a family butler of one of the main characters in Hunter x Hunter. He's Oro in Street Fighter 3. Street Fighter keeps coming back. And he's Capitalist Pig Dog in Detroit Metal City. He might actually have the longest list of character credits, and he seems to play a detective a lot.
That's weird, yeah.
Yeah, Starscream is Takahashi Hiroki admittedly, he only had like 3 lines in this, but he's Guldo and Build Hurricane and Car Robots. He dubbed animated Optimus Prime. He's Hisoka, the antagonist, ? Evil clown in Hunter x Hunter. He's Ryu in Street Fighter IV, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter X, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. So it's another Ryu on this list. He's Jonah, the character that's Joey Wheeler in Yu-Gi-Oh! He's the Japanese version.
That's right. Brooklyn guy.
Yeah. Another guy from the Reader Die OVA. And Pariston Hill in the 2011 version of Hunter x Hunter. Yes, there's a character named Pariston Hill, not Paris Hilton. It's weird. BB is Watanabe Takeshi, who pretty much has only voiced 2 big guys in the Samurai Showdown games, who I'm guessing just grunt. Artemis is Higuchi Chieko, who's I and Junko, the woman with the unfortunate luck with cars, in Car Robots. Takino Tomo in Azumanga Daioh, and Biscuit Kruger in Hunter x Hunter. Moon, the rabbit, not the moon, you know. Her name is Takeshi Junko. Hey, another Junko. She's Naruto in Naruto, Menabi in Metabots, Jean-Henri Fabre as a boy in Read or Die. Read or Die takes some like historical figures and turns them into villains through cloning. It's weird, but it's fun. It's an watch it. She's also Kaiba's little brother Mokuba in Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Lots and lots of young boys in so many shows. And Gone Freaks, the main character in Hunter x Hunter 1999. Almost everybody in the show who's done any other work has been in Hunter x Hunter.
Now, I don't really know Hunter x Hunter. Is that like the Law and Order of anime where everybody ends up appearing on it?
No, it's your basic shonen young boy thing where some kids, they grow up, there's lots of fighting. It's by the same guy who did Yu Yu Hakusho, only it's basically people getting licenses to go out and hunt monsters and kinds of things. It's kind of a fun show. Although I would recommend the more recent 2011 version, not the 1999 version, which never kind of finished, and they had to go to OVAs, and it was kind of a clusterfuck.
But I don't like fun. I thought we established that. I only like it when everything's dark and miserable.
The pre-mentioned creepy clown guy voiced by Starscream in this, he doesn't kill the main character the first time they meet because he wants the little boy to grow up and become stronger so he can fight him later.
That's just sort of boring martial artsy stuff.
Kinda, yeah. Anyway, the lesson from this, Hunter x Hunter has lots to do with this show. Actually, it came out right after it, so apparently everybody got a job from being on Beast Wars, which makes
Is Hunter x Hunter by the same production company?
No, it's not. I looked into that. It's amazingly not. I don't know what happened. Read or Die, I don't think was either, and that came up quite a bit. And there's like a bunch of Ryus in this, which is weird.
Alright, so I think that should about do it for our grab bag episode, is there anything else we need to cover?
No, we didn't get any emails or tweets or anything that I know about.
Alright, so in that case, join us next week when, good news, there is a second season.
Yes!
Yay! Hey, and you know what? It's kind of dark.
It is kind of dark, so we're just going to have to deal with the aftermath.
Yay!
So until then, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
And I'm David. Dude, this is going to be a long episode to edit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let me guess. It's like Twilight, but with a golem.